Okay, I think I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah, I am back for sure. I just a matter of changing servers. Apparently, one of the servers had an issue. It was not on my end because like my internet didn't drop. I was still playing. I remember that I play on the server, so like if I stop being able to play, it's immediately obvious that there's an issue on my end. But since there was no such thing, we're back. I hope that you also are back. I think I'm back, but I don't know for sure. You never know nowadays. Okay, I'm glad to hear that I am back. Um, So, due to the nature of what I'm doing, it is a good idea to every now and then walk away from where I'm fighting and make sure that I not gonna get absolutely ganked by monsters being teleported into this part of the level. Like what I'm doing is pretty much teleporting away the vast majority of the dudes in there because I'm a Formicid and I can just do that and I can just like dance around those traps without having to worry too much about about being teleported. Perks of being a Formicid. Very, very slight perks of being a Formicid. 0.7 delay. Okay, my shields are finally getting me 0.7 attack delay. Hmm. Lost some intelligence from that draconian stepping on the sod trap. That's uncomfortable. Hmm. I don't like this. I think this is a Slimify moment. Sur Jelly. Pretty nice. Wow, it just exploded the Orb Guardian. Shouts to Azure Jellies. Mm. I'll use a Potion of Resistance, because why not? Yeah, I have minus a scroll, but I've had that for the entirety of the game, so it's fine. Oh wow, you decided to get rid of my resistance. You are so mean. And now you're just jumping on the Sod Trap. Um, So I have so many good mutations that the Orb of Fire is not threatening in that regard. Like even though I got the worst mutation in the game, it's really really not an issue for my character. Um, mm, mm, mm. Normally I would be very unhappy about having the worst mutation in the game, but not with this character, because this character cannot take advantage of scrolls of blinking or teleport. I don't even know how many of them I got this playthrough. Um, I'll use Might for the Orb of Fire. I'm not a fan of the large amount of Sod Traps that I got here. Even though Sod Traps cannot paralyze me, which is the absolute worst thing that they can do, they can still do some other really bad things to me, like summoning greater demons. Or I think they can turn me into a bat as well. I am back. Yeah, I am back. Mm. So what happened was that the server that I was streaming to kinda exploded, or so I suppose, because like I didn't lose the internet, but I was unable to continue streaming to that server. So what I had to do was just change servers real quick, and now everything is done. I didn't know, but there's some servers in Mexico. There's two servers apparently. I have like no ping to those servers. I have 3 and 2 ping to the two servers that are in Mexico. Um, Of course, because the servers are in Mexico, but you probably have some ping to those servers because you are now in Mexico, so it's completely understandable. Um, anyway, this has been going pretty well. I'm gonna close the door. I don't want to kill those guys. And yeah, strong character. Strong character is strong. Um, who would have guessed that when you have 15 slaying and 37, 30 defenses and pretty good resistances, the game is so easy. Well, not only the pretty good resistances, but also experience level 27 was a big deal. Complete immunity to being paralyzed, because there were some situations where I would have gotten paralyzed here by dread leeches multiple times, by sod traps or slowed. Many instances where I could have been slowed, but fortunately it was not the case. All that's left for me to do is to pick this up. Uh-huh. Lords of Pandemonium are not amused. Mm. Mm. Eventful sod run so far. Or eventful orb run so far. Sometimes you go for the orb run and you just don't get spawns and you press the button and you go to like D1 immediately, pretty much. This has most definitely not been the case, and yeah, I'm getting some pretty nasty stuff. Like that CT Metal. Mm, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh man, that sucks. I am going to go over here and just dig and try to get to the hatch. Fortunately, the Warmonger is not walking away, so it's just like blocking the Tsitsi Mitu. Okay. Yeah, I did very well there because as I used the Formicid digging, so I was able to just like dig one tile and get away. Otherwise, the Tsitsi Mitu was gonna kill me probably. Getting tormented as a Formicid is really scary, especially like in the orb run. Normally you see a Tormentor, a monster that can cast Torment, not necessarily a Tormentor exclusively, and it's a pretty bad thing because of the large amount of damage in a very uncontrolled environment such as orb run. But for this character, it's even worse. Normally you can just blink away. This character can't. D0, please take me to D0. Oh, Hell Sentinel. Mm, all three upstairs are in the same room as the Hell Sentinel, unfortunately. I have to kill it. Slimify only works against living and corporeal undead. It doesn't work against demons, and so it's not gonna work against this Hell Sentinel. The only thing that I can do against it is just hit it really hard and hope that I do manage to kill it. Um, mm, Okay, that went really well. I have no idea how I managed to make that go so well. Same goes for that. I don't have cold resistance, so the Ice Fiend hitting me would have been very painful. Um, this has been going surprisingly well. Oh, and as always, I forgot to do a level. This time I got a D6 with an ugly thing as a Formicid. Of course, that was completely undoable. The D4 had a null band, I think. Yeah, I also didn't do this level. Mm, Brimstone Fiend should be able to kill. Got lucky with the Damnations. They didn't really deal that much damage, and I didn't get tormented. Pretty rough orb run with a lot of greater demons, lots of Tsitsimime, Ice Fiends, Brimstone Fiends, Hell Sentinels. No Panlords, but the Panlords are almost always less dangerous than the greater demons because the greater demons are consistently scary and the Panlords are not consistently scary. Um, yeah, that was a run. Also, good stuff that I eventually managed to find the tower shield that I should probably put all my scrolls of enchant armor on, um, just so I have more stat. Read enchant armor and the tower shield. Maybe should have done that earlier. 37, 30, 32 defenses. Those are some juggernaut defenses right there. If I had been given more experience, could have worn the crystal plate, enchanted it, With a bit of pushing it, I would have been able to get diesel stats with pretty good shield to go alongside it. But I like what I won the game with. I really do like it a lot. I'm gonna drink all these potions of mutation for celebratory purposes. Mm. Go do extended with orb for the experience. No, I'm just gonna take the win. Wow, I find it interesting how how I'm losing mutations a lot. I think I'm just gonna win with this. I already got rid of all my Jiyva mutations, but it's okay. Um, and I have regen now. So, dude, that's almost 3 HP per turn. That's so crazy. Um, yeah, it's bonkers how strong this character was. Good stuff. I had a good time with this. I think I can give this the seal of approval. I think it was pretty good character with a pretty good build. Of course, a big part of the character was finding Jiyva at the point in the game where I found Jiyva. So yeah, Jiyva was just massive for this character. Um, Jiyva is just a really strong god um, nowadays. I feel like the character that is actually the weakest for Jiyva it would be like a mage, like something that needs to find a lot of books off the floor. Because if you're Jiyva, you're not gonna find books on the floor. A melee character can get upgrades from killing things and then just stepping on them immediately after they die. So you just like replace the loot that would be the upgrade. Like tower shields and weapons and armor, that kind of thing. But a mage doesn't get spells off of killing other mages. It needs to rely on godly assistance or buy the books, which might also be very difficult considering Jiyva. So yeah, on a mage I would try to avoid Jiyva unless it's a Jin. I feel like a Jin is the exception, and Jin of Jiyva would be fantastic. So yeah, that's another win. Good stuff. I did say the other day that I was getting close to 250. I should have written down how many wins I had, but I guess I'll just figure that out later. Let's see what we can do now. I think we can start another character, of course. I have enough time to do that. But I don't know what kind of character I want to play now that I have done the Long Blades Formicid. Do you guys have any suggestions of what kind of character I could play? Taking suggestions now. I kind of, if no one wants me to, I'm not gonna play cats. Yeah, like the last time I played a cat, someone gave me a very large donation. What was my first character? It was Human Monk. And I died before leaving the entrance room because back then there was an entrance that spawned kobolds with darts. So I just got poisoned and died immediately, pretty much. It was pretty rough. Nolderver sounds good. Lots of different characters. Demigod Summoner sounds painful because you cannot go Behemoth to get real spells. Minotaur of Woodian. Yeah, everyone has different characters. That's funny. I think I'm gonna go with Null Delver because Null Delver sounds. No, Null Delver is not good. Yeah, I was confusing it with Null Wanderer, but yeah, Delver is a pretty difficult start. Um, Funny thing about Delver, I have both a one-on-one and the combo high score for Ogre Delver. So yeah, Ogre Delver is not something that a lot of people have played, and that Ogre Delver was really strong. Went really fast through the game. Um, Now let's see what we are doing here. Is there a specific title I want? Not really. Oh, I do feel a Jin, peeps. Good thing that you mentioned that. I want to play a Jin. Let's play a Jin. Torinsky, thank you for the raid. I appreciate the raid. I hope that you're doing well. What were you doing in your stream? Yeah. As for myself, I just completed a Formicid monk of Jiyva that got Jiyva on D1 and was using swords because I'm playing Trunk, and in Trunk, swords scale with dexterity and shields scale with dexterity. So the character has crazy armor class, crazy shield, and crazy evasion, and crazy damage. I had 15 slaying with that character, so it was absolutely bonkers. Um, you were watching my Ogre Devil playthrough on YouTube earlier today? Well, I'm sorry to have spoiled you how it ends, but like I very rarely upload not wins to YouTube. Um, I can count. I only have two characters on my YouTube that I didn't win. It was the cat summoner and the frog something that got killed by Kufu. When Kufu had blink and I didn't even know how Kufu had blinked. Um, you were playing Tunic? Just about done with the game? Unfortunate. But at least you had a good time with it. Yeah, it sounds to me like you've been having a blast with Tunic. As for myself, let's see what we do now.